going to do a video on how to register to vote online.
Bunny, would you like to register to vote?
Yeah, I would.
It's not hard to do. All you need to do is go online to the California Secretary of State site, and there's a button on that page that comes up that says register to vote now. You want to press that? There, you got it.
Okay.
All voter registration starts with, first of all, figuring out, are you one of the following? And anything that has a red asterisk by it needs to be filled in. So are you a US citizen and a resident of California?
Yeah, I am.
Then fill that one in. Great. Then we go to the next. Are you a US citizen and a resident of California? Great. And then they want to know your age. So are you 18 or older, or are you 16 or 17 and want to pre-register?
I am 18 or older.
And then do you want to use a prefix like Ms. or Miss or Mrs.?
I think I'll just skip that one.
All right. So then what's your first name? And you need to put that in.
I'll put in Bunny.
Well, now, is that your legal name?
Oh, no. My legal name is Beatrice.
Then that's what you should sign. And do you want to use your middle name or your middle initial?
I think I'll use my initial.
An L, okay. And then your last name?
So I'll type in Smith.
Okay. And then they want to know, now this doesn't have a red asterisk by it, so you don't have to give them this information, but it might be helpful for them if they ever need to communicate with you. What's your email address?
Oh, my email address is bsmith2002@gmail.com.
Right? And then they want you to confirm it, of course. Great. And again, if you want to give them your phone number, you can do that, and that'll make it easier for them to contact you if they need to. And you don't have to do it if you don't want to give it.
I think I'll give it to them.
And then this does have a red asterisk. They want to know what your birth month is.
February.
Good. And what day?
6th.
And what year?
2002.
And then your place of birth. They want to know what state you were born in or territory. Or if you were not born in the United States, what foreign country you were born in.
Well, I was born in the United States.
Okay, what state?
Oh, I was born in California.
All right, then they need to know that. And now under identification, this is another requirement that you have to have on the registration form. Do you have a driver's license, a California driver's license?
Oh, I do not.
Okay, then that won't work. So you might click that you don't have one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have a social security number?
I do have one of those, yeah.
They just want the last 4 digits.
Okay.
This is optional. You can complete this. My ethnicity and race is, right? And your language preference for receiving election materials.
Oh, that's English.
This is another red asterisk. They have to have this information. So what's your street address? I just had somebody ask me the other day, what if I don't have an address? What if I'm homeless? And that's where that other circle could be filled in.
Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can describe. Okay.
Which city?
I live in Ojai.
Okay, perfect. And the zip code and the county.
Oh, that's Ventura County, right?
Right, way down at the end. They want to know if your mailing address is different from your home address. So if you have a P.O. box that you receive your mail at or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I just get my mail at the same address.
Then you don't need to fill that in. Okay, and have you ever been previously registered to vote before in California?
No, this is my first time.
Then we come to political party preference, and you need to fill this in. You don't need to tell them which party, but you do need to decide either what party you want is your preference, or if you have no party preference. So how are you feeling?
How do I register as an independent?
Well, there is the American Independent Party, but that is a specific party that has specific platforms, and they put forth specific candidates. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean. I'm thinking you mean that you don't want to choose a party right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is what I mean.
Okay, then you want to fill in the no party, none right now. I should let you know, though, that when it comes time for primaries, you may not be able to vote for all of the people who are running. You can re-register with a party preference. Okay, let's go to the next page because I think we're finished here. Then they want to know, do you want to vote by mail in all elections? That means, do you want to receive the ballot directly mailed to your house so that you can fill it out in the comfort of your own home in your own time? Or do you want to go to a polling place on the election day only and get your ballot there and fill it out?
I think I want to get it mailed to me.
Okay, then you fill in yes. Okay, so now it's going to be mailed to you before each election. Okay, now they want to know about state voter information guide. They send out a booklet with information about all the things that are going to be on the ballot and about voting in general, how it's done, where it's done, and all that. Do you want to get your state voter information guide by mail before each statewide election?
Yeah, that sounds pretty useful.
Then your county voter information guide. Sometimes there are issues on the ballot that are only in your county, not throughout the state. And so do you want to get a county voter information guide before each election?
Sure.
Then finally, these are some options you have. Would you like to be a poll worker and assist voters on election day?
What does that mean? Like, what would I be doing?
Well, if you've ever seen a polling place, there are people there that work on the election day at that polling place, and they have assistants and they have a person who directs the whole poll. But it's a wonderful service, and you get to see democracy in action, people voting, and you get paid some, and that's something that you could do if you wanted to.
That sounds pretty interesting. I think I'll sign up for that.
And then they always want to know what languages you speak. It helps if you can speak more than one language, but they're happy to have people, whatever the language they speak.
Yeah, I can just speak English.
That's great. And then help filling out this form. They want to know, did somebody actually do the physical filling out of the form for you? And then you need to read this. And if you agree with it, then you fill in the box. I declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California that I am a U.S. citizen and a resident of California, at least 18 years old. I am not currently in a state or federal prison or on parole for the conviction of a felony. I'm not currently found mentally incompetent by vote of a court, and I understand that it is a crime to intentionally provide incorrect information on this form, and the information on this form is true and correct. And if you agree with all that, you fill in the little space right there by it. Great. Then let's go to the next page. And there's just a quick way to review everything you filled out. Your preference, your address, check to make sure that's right, that you have no party preference, and you want to vote by mail. You want to get information before the elections from the county and the state, and you would like to be a poll worker, so they may give you a call about that. And finally, did you have help with this form? No. And so now, if all that's true, you submit it. We could go back and correct it if we found a mistake, but we didn't. This is interesting. Since you don't have a driver's license, it says we could not find your signature on file at the DMV. So you must sign a printed copy of your voter registration form. Can you print this form out? If we can print it out, then you can sign the form that we print out, and then you send that in. That's option number one: print, sign, and mail your application. But if we can't print it, then this is the second option. If there's no printer available, you can submit it without your signature, and you will be mailed a document that must be signed and returned to your county elections official. And your voter registration will be delayed until the county receives your signed document. The deadline to register or re-register to vote for any election is on the 15th calendar day before the election. Do you have a printer?
I do have a printer, yeah.
Okay, well then I would choose application 1 and mail it to them to be certain they got there. And then they have received your application, and they've given you an affidavit number. It says print, sign, and mail. And you fold and tape the form for mailing, put it in the county elections office address on the outside, and put a first-class stamp on it and mail it. This page is your receipt. Keep it until you get a voter notification card in the mail.
What if your printer's not working?
Well, if my printer wasn't working, I guess I'd go back and do the second option. Option 2, submit application without signature.
We clicked on it, and then it was successfully submitted.
This is what the letter from the county clerk, recorder, registrar of voters will look like, asking for your signature. And this is what the envelope, it will come in, and the return envelope that you put the letter with your signature in it to return to the registrar of voters to complete your voter registration process. Thank you very much.